Subscribe for the very latest.
Play it, Daddy.
You know what I'm saying? But sticking to Mannie Fresh, going back to Mannie Fresh, the reason why I mentioned that, because I was saying about just understanding why No Limit was, Cash Money was more successful, is because Mannie Fresh stuck to the sound of New Orleans. And listen, if you really want to be, and this is just my personal opinion, anybody in the comments can, anybody, y'all can disagree or whatever, but I feel like in order for you to become successful, you have to stick to the people that you're like your hometown sound. You have to stick with that. You gotta, because that's grassroots, right? You start at home. So when you start at home, this is just for hip hop, right? I don't know about any other genre, but when you start at home, the people at home are the ones that are going to really be buying your stuff, right? So then when you become big and you start to switch up, they don't want to be bothered with you no more. So then when your career is over and the world done chewed you up and spit you out, right? And you can't go back home because home is like, nah, you switched up. Mannie Fresh stuck to New Orleans. And I don't think that No Limits was, I think they kind of was like in and out of different, because they adapted some of the West Coast a little bit, but I don't. It wasn't as New Orleans as Mannie Fresh kept it. You know what I'm saying? I think that Mannie Fresh kept it. And even with them 8 sounds, the hooks, because you know what New Orleans is about. They about what kind of songs they about, them horns, those. The type of chants they have in the parties, you know what I'm saying? Like, and No Limit did their version of that, but I don't think it was as accepted. It wasn't as accepted in New Orleans as No Limit was. I'm sorry, as much as Cash Money was.
I didn't like when. I will also credit with Mannie Fresh that he definitely made you feel that New Orleans sound when he came out with his music. Definitely.
Yeah, his father. I think his father is a well-known producer, a DJ. Yeah, he was a DJ. Yeah, in New Orleans. So all right. So listen. All right. So Mannie Fresh. As we watch Mannie Fresh, it's almost like watching somebody graduate and go to different grades, right? We first heard and we like, oh, this is just for me personally. I'm like, yo, this is unique, huh? It is. At first I'm like, eh. Then I'm like, huh? Unique. Then I'm like, yo, this is dope. This is
very unique.
It's dope, right? So he goes from that to man. I can't even go. I mean, he went to so many, like it just got better and better and better. So now he goes from just being in New Orleans to now being on a world stage. He single-handedly brought the Hot Boys to a world stage.
That's dope.
All of them, right? We talking about solo albums and group albums, and not to mention he made Baby relevant and rapid. I don't know how he did
it. He did. That was
how. Listen, it was a group project. He said, look, I got 75% of this group project done. I got the producing, I got the writing, and I got the hooks. Baby, only thing I need you to do is one thing. Talk about ice, stunting, and then
exaggerate I mean, they listen, hold on, listen, man. Y'all was exaggerating y'all behind, and they know it.
How are they exaggerating? How are they exaggerating?
Man, what was this?
They know how they exaggerate.
You gotta hear, man. I can't even remember all the stuff that was in these cars that they was driving, dog.
PlayStation DVDs.
Yeah, like I mean, fish tanks in the dashboard. What do you say? Fish tanks? Was fish tanks in the dashboard? Like, come on, son. Like they was they was, and I heard them say like they was thinking about the most exact. They was exaggerating. Like anything that you can fantasize about, they was putting it in those raps.
Everything on 20s,
on paper plates.
Wow,
whatever that is.
Yo, that is fat. Yeah, Manny was just. I'm still like, yeah, just some of the beats he came up with. I'm just like, bro, this just.
Get your roll on.
Oh, that get your roll on was crazy.
That was definitely dope. To me that was a switch up a little bit from what he was producing at the time. But it was still in that same realm. But it was just showing you the versatility of what he was capable of. I like Mannie Fresh. I like the work that he did as the in-house producer for Cash Money. I loved it more where he was able to showcase his talent and skill for other artists outside of Cash Money, like for what he did for T.I. That was great. I would have loved to see like more of that and more artists incorporating him. Just
I mean, he had Jeezy. He had Jeezy. He had
and he did have Jeezy. He had Jeezy too. I just more like I wanted him to be up there like Hit Boy, like a lot of people coming to see him and just giving him a shot to see what he could do with him. So I think I think what he did but what he did for Cash Money and what he did to take because I mean, shout out to Turk too, by the way. I ain't listen. I love Turk. I love Turk. But I think that what he did, the way he did it, I think that it still made him one of the greatest. So let me ask you a question. What's that?
Ask you a question. Is where we putting Mannie Fresh? Yeah, we put Mannie, and we put Mannie in the top 10, 20, 30s. Like,
we're doing this tonight.
Yeah, because y'all done pushed was beats at the bottom of the trash can.
Here you go. Nobody even put that man at the bottom of those trash cans.
Yeah, listen.
Hey, talk about, man, he a great producer. And then we start talking numbers. He like 20, 25.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, dog, you done put him down there with Oscar the Grouch.
What we do?
Only Tino can exaggerate.
Hey, Chuck was there. I was there.
I was trying to figure this out. Hey.
Nobody was not trying to push this man down to like no Oscar the Grouch level.
Yes, you did. But anyway,
no, it did.
Anyway,
we'll get put Mannie. Is the question is like where we put him, or is he just? The question is he in the top 10? Is
he top 10, 20, 30? Like what? So Trim already mentioned the fact that he hasn't done much with other artists, but does just looking at that, does his work that he did with Cash Money still make him as if he did do the type of production that, like other producers did? Like where does that put him? Is he just an in-house producer, or
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, because I like the only trouble sometimes I have is like because the criteria is never exactly the same. Mm-hmm. So you don't know like how you quantify certain aspects of said object, which is in case of producer. Well,
let's make our own criteria, because I feel like you gotta have numbers, right? Like you gotta have first of all, you gotta have hit songs. Let's just start there. You gotta have hit songs, right? You gotta have You got to have versatility. What else y'all think? What else you adding in there?
I mean, I think you got that. Yeah, like you speak of numbers, versatility, impact.
Yeah, versatility, impact.
What maybe uniqueness you brought to the game.
Time. I feel like time matters.
Time matters.
Time matters because how long has your song stuck around?
I guess that would. Yeah, I guess that. Yeah, I guess time would matter, huh? Because, that's crazy. How long is your time sticking around? That's a good question.
So what I'm asking is, where
is
we
he?
ranking him? Yeah, where we ranking him? Is he top 20 in your book? Is he top?
I would put him top 20.
20? Okay.
Yeah.
Chuck?
Yeah, he gonna be probably right at 20. Depending on what day it is, he might drop down to 25. But he's in that ballpark for me.
Yeah.
I think the reason he's even in that range is because of being able to, again, even though he's an in-house producer, to be able to create a sound for an entire label and to basically catapult that label into like hip hop royalty at this point. Like this, when you tell you hear Cash Money, you are outside of Lil Wayne, you think Mannie Fresh.
Exactly.
And his ability to create these sounds with this 8 of them is remarkable. Like, because most producers are going to eventually start sampling or having a whole spectrum of sounds to play with. But he's saying, I'm only sticking to 8 sounds. I'm gonna make these beats this way. It's dang near impossible. So so that gives him a lot of credit there, I think. But I think the other things, like, okay, after Cash Money, he did kind of pick his spots of like producing, but he necessarily didn't. It could be for a variety of reasons, but you know, when you think of producers now, Manny's not really talked about because he's not putting out stuff that's quote unquote in our ear all the time. So, but yeah, he's gonna be probably in that 20 to 25 range for me. I think.
Still put him a notch above Swiss Beats though.
Ooh. Oh. Dang. So for real, wait, you for real? Like you got him above Swiss?
Honestly, I don't know, man. I just want to say it.
Hey. Nah, he meant that. He meant that. He meant that. No, hey, don't shy away from it now.
Stand 10 toes down on it. You got that man above Swiss Beats. That's what we doing. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Dang, Swiss. All right.
Honestly, I don't know. I just was saying it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But,
I mean,
but Manny's definitely in the top 20.
Like bottom 20 though. Like he at the end.
Hey, yeah, that could be argued. Yeah,
like he like 17 through 20 bought like the back half of 20.
Yeah,
because somebody told me this, and I think it was Marcellus Wallace. Shout out to Marcellus. The thing that's always said when somebody mentions that they're in the top 5, they're always texting the last whatever number they just threw out there. So if he said, "Hey, he in the top 10," he's probably gonna be 10. So I mean, if we put him as, hey, he's top 20, he's probably gonna be 15 through 20. I don't see how he gets pushed up further, because that's when you start to again, I guess Swiss, and he start throwing out everybody else, and he's like, it's gonna start getting dicey because your memory only has part of like what, maybe 20% of the people you think of, and then when somebody actually bring out a list of producers, you're like, I totally forgot about them. And then you're gonna have to be like, that could be something else.
True.
I mean, I feel like Mannie Fresh is probably going to be in like, I agree with Chuck in there, how like maybe 25, only because if he would have stayed with Cash Money, I think it would have went a little further. But because Because the reason why I say that is this, because if he would have stayed with Cash Money, I would have really saw what his production skills was really all about. Because right before he left Cash Money, the game shifted.
Why did he leave Cash Money also?
Play Daddy.
I shall fear no man, just God, but it was God that gave me these bars.
My pen is the paintbrush, notepad the easel. Been painting with a twist before, sipping with my people. Stacking lines, equal sign, this verse is the prequel to the man you hear before you flowing through your speakers. Hempstead Nights, silky slim with the pearly whites. Earned a rep being smooth with the ladies. Plus could fight, kept the knife in his inside coat pocket. 22 strap on his ankle as another option. Protege of Chocolate Tay and OG from around the way. Used to run numbers and push yay. No Yeezy.